welcome to part 1 of the Champs vlog. I think it's going to be part 1 anyway. We are there for 3 days. It's a proper 3-day event with trot up and dressage this morning, then roads, tracks and steeplechase and cross country tomorrow, and show jumping in reverse order on Sunday with another trot up in the morning. So that's quite exciting. I'll probably do trot up, dressage and maybe course walk. I'm hoping that I can do a course walk with John T. Evans this afternoon, so I'll probably put that in and then maybe do the rest for the next vlog. We'll see how much footage I get, to be honest. But yeah, we are ready to go. Everything is packed apart from the last few bits and bobs like ice boots and hot drinks. But apart from that, we are ready to go. I bathed Casper yesterday because there is a prize for best dressed in the trot up. Best dressed, best turnout, I think, which would be really lovely. And so we are heading over. I need to plait him this morning, and then we shall head on our way. Hopefully he is still clean, but he's grey. He's literally in his light suit, a lightweight turnout and bandages all round, so I really hope he's semi-clean anyway. But yeah, we better get on the road. Good morning. Can you go back? How are you looking? That's a poo. Oh no, that's not a poo stain. Did you not sleep?
No, I'm touching.
Should we have a look at your bum bum? Back. You obviously had a drink because you spilled it everywhere. Oh dear, Caspy. You've just pooed down yourself. Oh, Caspy. It was doing so well. That's not the end of the world.
It's like refreshing when you bother.
No, it's only this bit. The rest should be okay. Well, there isn't much of his belly to get dirty, to be honest. He's got his tummy strap on. Anyway, let's get plaiting, Casp. Hi. Yes, good boy. You can have some breakfast. Casper's plaited and ready to go. And we're all packed. Just a few little bits and bobs to put in, and we can leave. Hey, good boy. So we made it. I'm quite out of breath because I've just run up the hill from getting hats, body protectors and passports checked. And trot up is in less than half an hour. I need to plait Casper's tail, rewash his bum, because he's pooed down it again, and get down to the trot up for 9:05. And I need to get changed. So yeah, bit of a rush now because there was a little bit of a queue at the decorations. Anyway, good boy, we're ready for the trot up. I've literally just run down here and actually running late, and there's so many horses here, which is a bit annoying. Should have had more time to clean the poo off of his bum because he did a poo on the way down as well, didn't you? Might ring Michael if he's not already on the way, and see if he can bring a sponge as well. Past. Casper's now having a graze with his massage pad before I tack him up for dressage. He's a very good boy actually, as you will have seen. No, let's not go near that stuff. Come on, I said. Good boy. Oh, very good boy. So yeah, now to get ready for dressage with got to change again. But these guys are enjoying their trip out. You're camping with us, aren't you? I don't know if I said I'm camping. Yeah, we've got beds to set up in the trailer. These guys have their beds ready. You excited? You also have some very smart new very smart new collars to show everyone, don't you? Yes, you do. Good girls. You did it. So yeah, better get on. Ready for dressage now. Let's get the hat silk straight. Casper's looking very sleepy after his massage, but hopefully he'll be a good boy and don't like that being in your eye. But yeah, anyway, fingers crossed he behaves. We're aiming to just finish in the top half of the section. So yeah, that's all I really want. Anything better would be lovely. I know he can do it, but also it's his first long arena test, and and it's quite a lot of people around and stuff, so I won't worry too much if he's a bit tense or something, but anyway. So this is my fourth attempt at recording the voiceover, and I hope it actually can hear me now. So as you guys requested, I've got my dressage sheet in front of me and I'll be going through the comments as we go. So this was our first ever long arena test, and I'll tell you what, that centre line is long in a 20 by 60, and we got a 7 with the comment fairly straight. Then at S we do a 15-metre circle. We get a 7 with the comment some head tilt, which I couldn't agree with more. As you'll see throughout the test, I need to work on holding my outside hand a bit more. Then for this change of rein, we walk for 4 to 5 steps across the diagonal, and we got a 6.5 with the comment slight loss of balance to walk, which I couldn't agree with more, and he also tripped in the walk, so that wasn't ideal. Then trotting round this end of the arena, we get a 7. For this circle, 15 metres, we get a 6.5 with more bend through body, less in neck. So again, the same comment, basically, I just need to hold my outside rein a bit more and stop his neck bending. I'm turning with his neck, not with my seat, essentially. For this change of rein, we get a 7. Again, I think it was quite abrupt to the walk, but that didn't get noticed. Here we're supposed to trot a walk at M, and as you can see, he kind of just jogged past it a bit and I had to pull him to stop. So we got a 5.5 with that, with the comment trotted past M and abrupt, and I couldn't agree with more. For this medium walk, we get a 7. Then for this half 20-metre circle, free walk on a long rein, we get a 7 with the comment lovely big steps. Again, I think he could do with a little bit more stretch and it would be even higher marks. Then for these 2 transitions in a row, we get a 6.5. I think the transition to trot was pretty nice, but we got the comment balance to canter, and I think he just lifts his head a bit too much and makes it quite obvious. Then at E we're doing a 20-metre circle with a give and retake the rein on the second half of the circle when crossing the centre line. We get a 7.5 for this, and I think it's really lovely. He stays in a nice rhythm, his head doesn't stick out, and yeah, I think it was pretty nice, and I think it was a fairly accurate circle. Then at V we are doing a 15-metre teardrop, which we get a 7 for, which includes the transition back to trot just before S, which is much improved from our practice. Then for this next transition, we get a 7, and I do agree it is a much better transition, but it could still be a bit more snappy. Then for this circle, we get a 7 with the comment pushing through outside shoulder. I'm not sure too much how I can change that or what it really means, to be honest, so I need to go through that with my instructor. For this teardrop, we get a 7 but with the comment balance on turn, and I think here it's really obvious that I was pulling him around the turn rather than pushing him, and that would definitely have helped. Now we trot all the way around that end of the arena to S, and do a half 10-metre circle to the centre line and halt at G.
And the comment is triangle little on outside hand, and I've no idea what that means. So if anyone has any ideas, let me know. Then we get the comment more bend on half 10 super halt. The overall comment was very positive and well presented, can show super paces, travelled well into bridle, but keep bend round inside leg, talented pair. And I was super pleased with that test.
Dressage all done. He's had his plats out and is now just hang grazing. Very pleased with him. There were a couple of mistakes, like he tripped in the walk, the first walk across the centre line, and we were very late to our walk in another place, which was a bit annoying because he like walked and then he thought, oh, I shouldn't be walking, so he jogged again, and then I had to make him walk, which was just a bit frustrating, but oh well. I think he felt amazing, so hopefully the scores reflect that, but I'm very pleased, and yeah, that's all that really matters, isn't it? But hopefully there is a good score to reflect it, because he was a very good boy. We are just about to walk the cross-country course. Unfortunately, the coursework with John T. Evans was full when I went to register this morning, so I'm walking it on my own, but I think that should be fine. And we have our dressage scores in. We are set on a 31.8, which at the moment is 6th, with about 13 more people to go. So hopefully that puts us, I mean that definitely puts us in the top half of my section, I think. Maybe. Almost certainly, which was my main aim. This horse had to go out the start box, and then we shall walk the cross-country course. Number 1. I'd say it's quite large for a 90 for a first jump, considering the 80 looks tiny. But through the Swaycliffe Park bridge arch, and then over that. It's not too bad. It's quite nice, but it's just a little large. Number 2, quite nice. Done it a few times before, I'm pretty sure. Number 3, quite wide, but fine, hopefully. So we have 4 to 5 over there. So I've got to remember, we're coming from that direction, so I've got to remember to go wide so we can take it on an angle. It's quite a big brush over this one. I did that one in Casper's first ever event and trusted it. That is quite large. That is nearly taller than me. Anyway, just jump it on an angle and it'll be nice and easy. Just make sure to get the angle right when coming around the corner. Should jump that fine and should jump that fine. Number 6 is really nice, but it is a little bit downhill, so something to pay attention to, but should be very nice. Number 7 is a nice chicaner. Well, it's got a massive ditch underneath, so let's hope Casper doesn't spot that. But it's not too big, it's just quite wide ditch there. So here we have an ABC combination. A over this, B is the water, and C is that middle skinny coming out. Actually, technically it's the left-hand skinny, but anyway, that's very nice, but that's quite sharp. Right hand to there, and then paying attention to get him straight to go through the orange numbered C. Number 9, which looks tiny compared to the 100, to be honest. Yeah, quite nice gallopy jump. We've got quite a few gallopy jumps on this course. Number 10 is this jump going quite downhill and also needs to be quite right-handed to then go over the ditch to then go straight over C. So yeah, you've got to go from here to there. So maybe come at this on a little bit of an angle, or at least preparing to turn right for sure. And then just come round. It's literally like a one stride before you're turning. And then down here, and then a nice over the ditch, straight over that C element. It's quite a big ditch. I think we've got the bigger ditch than they do. Whoa, maple. Number 11, which is quite nice. Not too big. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about it, to be honest. And then crack on through the gaps. We've got an owl hole. I've never done an owl hole, so I know that Casper's never done an owl hole. which will be interesting. You also have to turn left on landing, but that should be interesting. Should be fine, but something to pay attention. He might spook. He might also spook at the Scrabble because he's special. Yeah, so we just land here and then you're going left that way. So pay attention there. So we have another combination, but we've just come up this horribly steep hill, and it's quite undulating ground before we get to it. So he might just be a bit out of path. So then go over this, which is quite wide, but should be okay. But then he needs to pay attention to come round to this corner on a left-handed bend. I probably will try and keep straight for as long as possible and then turn, because we're going that way anyway, and I don't want to give him an excuse to find that gap. So yeah, straight as long as possible and then turn to get straight again to this. Quite a nice number 14, which is good. It is quite up to height, but hopefully he'll just find it easy and just pop it, because he'll be tired by now. So this one might be quite influential because the horses at this point still think they're landing in the water. So they might back off it a lot until they see, oh yeah, green space. And then we're going straight through the water to the skinny over there. But yeah, something to pay attention of. They might back off quite a lot coming in. As we've come around the other side, we've seen that this will be landing sort of there, which is like the beginning of the slope. You can't really see the slope. Maybe if I come down here, you can see that's quite a big slope on landing to that one. And then cracking on downhill to the last couple. Another combination, I think it's the last one. That's quite large, but quite nice. But just remember to keep kicking, because he will be tired, and that's quite big for the end of the course. And then this one should be quite a nice combination, to be honest. Should be slight curve, but it's very nice B. Even if it is pushing you slightly down the hill, but just keep riding and aim for the slightly bigger bit, really. Then a very, very nice last jump, and through the flags. We've just finished walking the cross country. It's very, very hilly, and I think that will probably cause the most difficulties, whether that's time or people refusing because their horses are tired. Hopefully Casper is fit enough. We've seen it causing quite a bit of carnage in the 70, and they don't have the rose tracks and steeplechase, but obviously they're little kids and some adults that are less experienced, or older horses or younger horses or whatever. But yeah, it's definitely causing carnage in the 70s, so it will be interesting to see what it's like in the 90 with a lot of rain forecast for tomorrow as well. So yeah, it'll be slippy, hilly and quite long, which will hopefully give us an advantage. We are, have I said? We are in 12th overnight, which is in the top half, which is what I wanted, so that's good. Yeah, 12th overnight, about 10 faults behind the leader, so not massive. You know, that's time faults or a refusal, so hopefully Casper will be a good boy as usual, and we can fly it round tomorrow. So Macca and I might have had a little bit of an afternoon nap, but I'm now back on board Caspi, and I've got my watch on, but it's on the hand that I'm filming with, and we are going to go for a walk around the roads and tracks before tomorrow, just to judge the speed, and to give Casper a bit of a leg stretch, as he's been stood in the trailer pretty much all afternoon. So yeah, that's the plan, and then we will move him into his stable, which he gets at 5:30, and then we will go to the rider briefing this afternoon. So yeah, I might take you along with me on the roads and tracks, because you won't get to see it when I ride it tomorrow, because I won't have my phone on me. So this is the start of phase A, and when we go through here, I'm just going to start my watch. Hang on. To see roughly how long it is, maybe just a walk with a little bit of trot, see how fast we need to go to go tomorrow. But Casper's quite excited because the cross country's literally there. There was loads of people warming up. The 80's about to start, or has already started. So he's a bit confused about why we're going for a hack, aren't you? There's a complete. I did it in 6:51 and the time is 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 6 minutes exactly. So that's just something to pay attention to, that I need to go a bit faster, well about a minute faster really. It's a bit more trot and canter around, but that's good. Now we're at the steeplechase. Unfortunately we're not allowed to practice that, but I'll show you it anyway. So this is it. There's one jump here, one jump there, one jump there. So it's just 3 jumps. You have a minute to do each lap basically. So you start there. I think you finish and go straight into phase C. So yeah, you literally just have 2 minutes 5 seconds to get round this lap, starting there twice. And there's no time penalties for going too fast. But then you start phase C straight as soon as you finish phase B through these flags. But I think we're about halfway around phase C and we're going through this maze. I'm quite up on my time. I think this one's quite a lot slower than phase A. Phase A I was slightly behind because I walked for the first 2 fields and then trotted and had a little canter but not a quick one. But now, well, I can't really tell how long it is, but we've done 2k and we're only on nearly coming up to minute 9, and the whole thing is 24 minutes, and I think it's probably only 4 or 5k. So yeah, there we go, that's 9 minutes. Anyway, we're just enjoying a nice walk through the maze. And Casper's feeling very sad every time this other pony gets out of sight. He wants to keep up. And you, I did regret putting you in your dressage bridle for a little bit, but you have chilled out now. Finished phase C. We finished pretty much bang on. It was 23:25 and it was max time allowed is 24:15 I think. So yeah, that one was literally just basically a complete walk and trot, which was quite nice. Casper's not even sweated a little bit, so that's good. It means he's feeling nice and fresh and fit. So hopefully he'll be absolutely fine for the cross country, and it will just be like we've had a nice warm up basically. So very, very pleased with that, and it's a very nice little wander through the countryside. Hopefully Mike will be able to make it to the steeplechase and back, so that he can film it, but I have told him if he doesn't want to, that's completely fine, because it is a little bit of a walk, but we shall see. Anyway, now time to get Casper into his stable. We are just walking down to the stables. Mike's got the wheelbarrow full of hay and stuff. I've got water buckets and spaniels and Casper. Yeah, going to put him in the stable. Then there's a briefing in just under half an hour that we've got to attend. And then I think Michael and I are going to go and find Dad in the pub down the road. So yeah, and we're going to move the car closer to our teamies because they have space. So yeah, that's the plan. One happy boy in his huge bed. Just need to go out and find some water buckets, or some water for the water buckets. Oh, and he can have his feed. And we need to put that muck somewhere. There you go. Good boy. It just goes there. Yeah. Very good. Happy pony. Happy doggies? Yeah. Right, let's find you some water. Just taking Casper out for a quick hand graze. It's about 9:30. And then we'll go to sleep. Hey Casp? Happy boy? He's not too sure about these stables because you can't really see in them at the moment. If I put this on, I can't even find the switch. But basically you can hear everything all the other horses are doing, and it's making him a little bit spooked, isn't it? He's not the only blue pony. There's someone else in the hood. Anyway, Casp, You good boy. You had a nice walk. Hey? So I hope you guys have enjoyed this vlog. I think I'm going to end this one here and then start a new one for tomorrow because it's been quite long already. Let me know what you guys think of the cross country course. And part 2 will be out soon. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.